Hey guys, Zelonius here. Welcome to another video on the channel. In today's video, we are going to be discussing what I think is a potential issue with FIFA 23 and the longevity of it. It's basically, are we already pretty much at the end game in terms of the level that cards can achieve? So on this channel, I like to post post a variety of content, whether it be the latest tactics, discussing new patches, so post-patch tactics. The start of the year, I do lots of tutorials about the game. Obviously, I still post some throughout the year, but most of the start of the year, I do regular updates on the latest meta players. Every week on Friday, I do a tier list for the new content. All sorts of stuff dedicated to hopefully helping you guys improve at the game, but then also help you when it comes to team building. One thing I'd like to start doing a bit more of, we did a video the other week on it, is kind of like the state of the game, discussion, things like that. So I was discussing how inaccessible a lot of the really good expensive cards are. Today's video is more talking about, are we already approaching the end game, and we're just started April. So it's the 2nd of April when I record this. The new FIFA, or EA Sports Football Club, which they'll be calling it when it releases, I'm going to assume will still be released mid to late September, early October time. That means we are like 5.5 months pretty much minimum. So we're only halfway through the cycle if we're 5.5 months away from the new game. And we're already, in my opinion, potentially getting to the point where we're getting cards that are end game. And by this I mean effectively you could use them now and you would not need to replace them because there's not really going to be any better cards. So let's have a look at this. This is your Sabio card. 5-star, 5-star. So for an attacker, 5-star, 5-star is good as it gets. And you might be saying, oh, Zel, well, he doesn't have 99 on stats. The thing is, though, chemistry styles are so juiced that the only possible way, really, that this guy could be improved outside of a chem style is having a bit more physical. If you put a Hawk on this guy, he's going to have max pace, shooting. His physical's going to be really good. And sure, his passing could be made a bit better. His dribbling could be made ever so slightly better. But he's near enough 99 on every key area. And one of the big things about Ultimate Team is, sure, it's about playing games, competing, trying to get more wins, improve. But one of the main reasons people play this game is for the journey of actually building their Ultimate Team. And I think a lot of people stop playing this game for one of two reasons. Either they get very lucky and they feel, oh, they trade a lot, or they spend a lot, and they feel like they get to the point where they can't really improve their team because they've got basically the best team they can get. That's probably the minority of people because of how inaccessible and expensive things are. Or they feel like they get to a point where the end game's there and they can see the best cards, but they can't afford them, so they quit because they feel like it's very easy to get a good team and ultimate team, but it's very, very hard to get the best team. That will change very quickly when Team of the Season comes out. Team of the Season really accelerates this problem with the end game, so you get the Team of the Season cards, and they're a lot cheaper, and there are a lot more cards that are very close to 99 on key stats. So obviously, when we look at these cards, you're not getting until like the very last month or two any cards that are 99 on pretty much nearly every area. But with Chem Style, some of these cards are getting very, very good quickly. Outside of the forwards, EA very much try to keep the defenders and midfielders paced down to the point that even with a chem style, they're not going to be maxed out. So like Maldini is one of the quickest centre backs, and with a shadow, he's going to have 95 pace. So once you get centre backs who start getting 90 to 92 pace, they're the centre backs that are going to start being end game in the sense of you can't make them any quicker. Chemistry styles really harm the game when it comes to the longevity, in my opinion. But then at the same time, at the start of the game, it probably does make it less pay to win. Allows you to narrow the gap and get better stats on worse players. So there's pros and cons to it. But I guess the better players would be a lot better if there wasn't chemistry styles to narrow the gap. But then it also means we get players really good very quickly. Because at this point in the game, if you say packed, and obviously when I say this, it's very rare. If you pack this Sabio, you don't need to replace him for the rest of this FIFA, in all honesty. You've probably heard me talk about it on a lot of my videos. I talk about the curve. The curve, so to speak, for me, is at this point of the game, not necessarily the best players, but what to be a meta player, so a good player to use. What do you have to have? So at this point of the game, for say a centre back, I would say 83 plus pace would be better. High 80s defending, because with a chem style, then it's going to go up a lot. High 80s, low 90s physical, fairly tall. And if you tick those boxes, you're very good at this point. But the problem for EA is they want to make money with each promo. So for each promo, they need to release better and better cards. You'll generally see with each promo, bar a few exceptions, it's going to get better and better each time. The level of cards is always going to get ever so slightly better each time. Because if they don't get better, people aren't going to spend. You do get exceptions where we get things like Team of the Year. Team of the Year is a massive jump in terms of Team of the Year cards near end game, a lot of them. They're not as end game as they used to be. Team Years used to be a bit better maybe 2-3 years ago. I think they started changing that. But compared to the promos either side of it, Team of the Year is a lot better, sorry. And then things like Foot Birthday as well, because ultimately a lot of the forwards, even if you gave a forward 99 everything, if they don't have 5-star, they're not going to be the best possible. Pele's prime is amazing, but he's not going to be as good as the 5-star attackers, because 5-star matters so much. So it's a lot harder for a forward to be top tier without getting that. Whereas for centre back, 5-star is irrelevant. I couldn't care less if my centre back has 5-star skills or not. I'm interested to see what this Maldini's priced at though at the moment. I'm going to say it's probably going to be like 7 or 8 mil. Very cheap actually for what I expected, but it is a defender. 4 mil though, it's a lot to put into a centre back, but he's going to be absolutely insane. But that's two issues that I think really do come into play with FIFA as the year goes on. The inaccessibility to get the best players, but then at the same time, we're getting to the point now where Team of the Season's very close. With Team of the Season about to happen, we're going to get the end game's going to be here very quickly. And it's, well, why would you keep playing for the last few months? What do you guys think about this? Do you think that it's a big issue, or do you think I'm just a bit out of touch? I've got a different perspective as someone who gets to the end a bit quicker. I just know from a lot of people that I talk to that they stop playing the game pretty quickly at the start of the year because they feel it's very hard to get the best cards. And the ones who keep playing throughout the year end up stopping not long after Team of the Season because it feels, well, it's very hard at that point to improve your team that much. Yeah, you do get some wacky cards in the last couple of months. EA have got better at doing that. But with chemistry styles and the boosted cards that we get anyway, is there really a big difference from cards from this point onwards? I don't think so. For me, I honestly think that they could make chemistry styles not quite as effective and lower the initial rating of players. So make it so people aren't able to start the game with mid 94 R9, who effectively is near enough endgame from day one. The way chemistry styles change this game allows players like Gold Mendy, sure he's outdated in the sense that there's definitely better players, but Gold Mendy, Mbappe, Neymar, they're not going to be the best at the end, but you can literally use some players that are released on day one of FIFA till the end of the game. I don't think that's a good thing. I think that allowing the journey to continue more, allowing there to be more progression, but making it more accessible would be much better for the game. Let me know what you guys think of this video. Always trying to do content that you guys hopefully will enjoy and appreciate. Trying to do a mix of stuff on the channel. If there's any topics you think need discussing or you want me to discuss, please let me know. As always, I appreciate you guys and the support you show. Keep it spicy. Have a great weekend. See you guys in the next one. Peace.